Fellow vets, this is important. If you have neck pain and you're struggling getting compensated what you deserve with your VA rating, this video is 100% for you because guess what? It is needlessly complex. A lot of other videos, even doing the research for this video myself, I dang near got confused just refreshing myself on the CFR 38 and on the videos that are 20, 30 minutes long and whatnot. It's crazy. I'm gonna boil it down for you, make it very simple to where you can get as much percentage return on your investment of time as physically possible. So if you like that, hit the like button and share it with a veteran who needs it, okay? Facebook, whatever you have to do. Share it with fellow vets who need to know this information. Let's get right into it. So for neck pain, just like anything else, number one, you need a diagnosis. Without a diagnosis, it might as well not even exist, right? The VA process is a bureaucracy, means it operates on paperwork. So therefore, if you do not have a diagnosis on paper, it doesn't exist. After a diagnosis, you're going to need a nexus, not necessarily a nexus letter. If the diagnosis took place in service, right, in your active duty service, that counts as a nexus, okay? It's implicitly service connected. If not, then you will need a nexus letter. Now that we got those two out the way, let's get into it. I need you to lock in because this is going to maximize your percentage for neck pain. Two things we have to focus on for neck pain. Number one, like most musculoskeletal, physical ailments, physical conditions, they're done primarily and rated primarily through a range of motion test. So that's going to be at your C&P exam. They're going to have a goniometer. Let's see if I have mine. Sure do. And make sure that they are using this for you as well, right? So they should be using this during your C&P exam, a goniometer, in order to measure your range of motion. I'm going to link in the description below the exact 38 CFR kind of statute, right? The exact regulation for neck pain because it gets complex, okay? It gets really complex. It's a whole lot of or this, or that, or this. But largely, all you need to know for the sake of this video, vast majority of you are going to be rated via a range of motion test at the C&P exam using this goniometer. Now here's where we can boost your rating the smart way. So you go in there to the C&P exam, you know not to have your most flexible day. Show them what your worst day in reality looks like, okay? We need to add, if applicable, okay? And this is where you can really rack up the percentages because the range of motion for neck pain, a lot of times I see this rated at 20%, okay? And off the top of my head, I believe that means that the cervical spine has between 30 and 60 degrees of flexion, okay? 30 and 60 degrees of movement. That's just off the top of my head, but I believe that is what it is. So most people kind of fall into that category who have suffered some type of neck injury. 20%, or you could do a 10% rating to be really conservative, okay? Here's where people put their head against the wall. I see fellow veterans who have a 20% rating, they think they should have a 30% rating. So they go and completely refile for a claim, opening up their entire file up to scrutiny and are trying to scratch and claw for an extra 10% when they should essentially be attacking this right here, which is, in my opinion, the smart way to do it. A lot of times with neck pain, just like with back pain, your feet, your legs can go numb, they can tingle. With neck pain, the same thing can happen in the upper extremities. And it is not pyramiding. So you can get compensated for both low back pain, so the lumbar spine, and for neck pain, cervical strain, things like that. And it is not pyramiding. You can get compensated for both independently. You can also get compensated if you have a lumbosacral strain, low back pain, with bilateral radiculopathy for 20% left leg, 20% right leg. Guess what? We can go right back here, neck pain. And if applicable, okay, your left arm and your right arm go numb, they go tingly. I tend to get it right here along my pinky area, like a funny bone type of deal. You can get bilateral radiculopathy, upper extremities. Okay, I can't stress that enough. This is upper, and you can get both. So that's 20 plus 20. So that's 20% left plus 20% right, in addition to that initial 20%. How much smarter is that, tacking this on through a bulletproof personal statement stating that, hey, guess what? I have this numbing and tingling down both sides of my arms. And you don't even necessarily need a sciatica diagnosis or a bilateral radiculopathy diagnosis before heading into your CMP exam. Okay? A lot of times just offering that information at the CMP exam that you do have numbing and tingling in both arms, they'll diagnose you right then and there if you have a good examiner. And again, you bulletproof that by offering a personal statement template and uploading that with your claim that explicitly outlines that you are experiencing numbing and tingling. Don't put the exact verbiage, okay? If you're not diagnosed with it already, don't diagnose yourself. Lead them to it. Lead the horse to water. Say that you have numbing, tingling in both arms, and that's how you get that extra 20 plus 20. So rather than 20%, guess what? We got a 20 plus a 20 plus a 20%. With VA math, what does that make it? I think 50%, 52%, something like that, okay? But that's not all. But wait, there's more. Guess what? You wake up every day with neck pain, I guarantee you that gives you some mental problems. That's when we're talking somatic symptom disorder, right? And of course, you have to have a diagnosis for everything. What did I say at the beginning of the video? Somatic symptom disorder is very common with people with chronic pain, also called chronic pain syndrome. And this right here, on average, we win a 70% rating. I so apologize for this messy board. Clearly, I didn't plan that out very well. This 70% rating can be attached to your back pain as a secondary claim with a nexus letter, okay? And I'll give you one last thing, and I won't write it on the board because we're getting super messy here. Don't want to overload you. There's another secondary, okay? With the neck pain, what does the VA give you? What do the military doctors give you? A boatload of ibuprofen. Here's some ibuprofen, here's some Motrin, good luck. Guess what? A lot of that can cause GERD, a lot of that can cause IBS, but especially GERD, okay? Now you go and you have a GERD diagnosis, you don't know where it came from, and you have had this neck pain, guess what? It could be at least as likely as not, which is the threshold for winning a service connection and winning that nexus, that your GERD, which can be won for up to 60%, or your IBS up to 30%, is service connected secondarily to that neck pain, which by the way, we already maximized the smart way through the bilateral radiculopathy. Fellow vets, share this video with other vets who need to know this information. These other videos are way too long, it's way too complex. Okay, I really hope that this kind of boiled down simply. I know it's a lot, but this is some high value stuff. We're talking a 70% rating, we're talking 20 plus 20 plus 20, we're talking a 30% for IBS, we're talking a 60% max for GERD, okay? So if you need to watch this video back, please do. Other than that, do me a favor, hit the like button if you like this information delivered to you in a timely manner. I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, vets.